Welcome back to Whiskey Wednesday. I'm Gio, this is Matt, and today we are going to be trying out Heaven's Door. Okay.
Yeah, so this is Bob Dylan's bourbon.
Yep.
So I'm excited to try this.
Yep. I already tried some already, but he hasn't yet.
Yeah.
So yep. So I guess we can start pouring.
Yeah, go ahead and pour yourself some, and then we'll see what it's like.
So I've only tried this on the rocks. I haven't tried it flat yet.
Okay. Neat. I haven't tried it neat.
I haven't tried it neat.
Flat. I mean, I know we're noobs, but shoot. All right, so this is a bourbon. I'm kind of a bourbon guy, so like that's my favorite type form of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to try this.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I need to smell it more before I taste it. I really like how it smells.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells like it's just like a classic bourbon smell, you know? But it's very, to me at least, it has a very strong smell.
Yeah. It's that flavor and that smell.
Yeah. I feel like I'm getting a little cinnamon on the smell.
It is a lot stronger than I.
It doesn't really linger.
Mm-mm.
I know a lot of whiskeys, like you have it, and like even after you swallow it, you still kind of have that feeling there.
Mm-hmm.
And the windows are open, so if you hear outside sounds, that's what it is.
Yep.
I should have closed them before we did this, but
Didn't happen.
no.
Yeah, it has a very flavorful smell. Your taste on it, it's a good sipping drink, I think.
Yeah. I feel like I like the smell better than the taste. And like the smell kind of hyped me up for it. And then the taste let me down a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely fine, drinkable bourbon. Yeah. But I feel like the smell kind of misled me a little bit.
It's not that smooth. There is that what's it called?
Like the alcohol burn.
Yeah.
No,
it is 90 proof though. So
okay, so a little bit.
That's probably the reason why we have that.
I think a little bit stronger than your average whiskey, but there's obviously stronger ones out there that we've tried.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good though. You always have to kind of give it up for brands that, because I think there's a few different Heaven's Door expressions, and this is like the base one. Mm-hmm. I feel like you always have to kind of give it up for brands that their base expression is not just 80 proof or something like that. Because I mean, that's just the easiest way to go for the most, whiskey for your volume or whatever. Yeah, I feel like the more I drink it, the more I like it. Well, what would be fun to do one day, maybe we do it here on the channel. Like, this is Bob Dylan's whiskey. Mm-hmm. I know Metallica has a whiskey.
Eric Church has a whiskey.
Eric Church, yeah. Conor McGregor has a whiskey. It would be fun to do like a tasting of all these different celebrities' whiskeys.
Oh yeah, and see like where theirs line in. Mm-hmm. Because they all get distilled at different places, right?
I think so, but I think this is like Bob Dylan's like own brand. Because I think the Eric Church whiskey, and even Metallica, I think it's their own brand as well. But like the Eric Church, I think it's like isn't that a Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the Jack Daniels.
We're good.
So it's like the Jack Daniels like Eric Church edition or whatever it's called. Like Matthew McConaughey has the Long Branch for Wild Turkey. But like this is Bob Dylan's own brand, and we could still do that. Like try the folks who have like their own line
Yeah.
by a well-known brand. But this is good.
Yeah.
I keep looking off because we have a monitor over here showing our camera, and I tend to look at it instead of the camera.
We're just looking that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking down the whole time actually. But yeah, so
I feel like I was looking at either you or the glass.
well, yeah, I'm just like
Or the
looking at the
bottle.
glass. Yeah, the bottle. No, I've been looking at the camera. The camera doesn't exist.
Hi, camera.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I would give it like a rating scale, probably like maybe an 8, 7, maybe.
You know, that's an interesting thing, because we haven't really been rating the whiskeys.
Yeah.
Like, 10 being the best whiskey you ever had, and 0 being like the worst whiskey you've ever had.
Or we can just go with 1 through 10 instead of having 0.
Yeah, but 1 would mean that it was like at least like palatable.
Oh, okay.
0 is like I had to spit it out.
Oh, I see.
I feel like I've never had a whiskey that I just had to spit out.
Would that be like Everclear? I think Everclear would be like that one that's not whiskey, but that drink.
Yeah. But I have had whiskeys that like I didn't like, and I was like, I don't need to have this again.
Oh.
Like when we did Canadian Whiskey Week last year, there were a couple there that I was like, I don't need to try this ever again. But I don't think they were like undrinkable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I would probably give this one a 6.5 to 7.
6 out of 7.
Yeah, because it's very good. I don't know. Maybe it is a 7. Yeah, I think it's a solid 7 for me.
Solid 7. Yeah.
Because I've had others that I enjoy more than this, but I mean it's still good. Like I wouldn't like if someone offered me this whiskey, like, hey, do you want a glass of Heaven's Door? I'd be like, hell yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, this bottle was what did we see it at? Like 54, I think, right?
I think so. 54 bucks when we were at the store. Yeah, so not bad at all. I feel like the more I drank it, the more I liked it. And it might just be because I was telling you before, I haven't drank in a few days. Mm-hmm. So it may just be
probably that initial shock, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So I don't know. It's I think it's between a 7 and an 8 now. Like it started at a 6.5, now it's getting closer to an 8. No, but I like this a lot actually.
I mean, and of course, since I'm basically new to this of like whiskey tasting and things in that part, but it sits nice on your tongue, like I guess palate. But yeah, it's too harsh where it's like you're trying to get rid of it.
And I've had like the ones. I'm trying to think of like what celebrity whiskeys I've had. I've had the Conor McGregor one. Jason Aldean also has a bourbon.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very like widely distributed, but he does have a bourbon, and I feel like both of those were very, like, they were very tame, like very easy to drink. Mm-hmm. There wasn't really much to them, whereas this has got some stuff going on in it.
Yeah, it's like this one they're like, you know what, we're just gonna throw this one out there, and like basically,
yeah.
They weren't trying to be, I wouldn't say careful, but that's like the closest word.
They weren't trying to appeal to the masses with it. Like I feel like the Jason Aldean and Conor McGregor ones, for me at least, is like, oh, I'm a fan of that person, let me buy their whiskey. And it's something that a non-whiskey drinker could kind of like and get behind. But I feel like this is one that if you gave it to a non-whiskey drinker, like,
yeah, they may or may not like it.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just because of that alcohol burn. Because like you said, it isn't smooth. As much as I don't like to use that word, it's not smooth. It's got a really good flavor. Yeah, and it had an amazing smell. But yeah, I really like it. This is probably my favorite. I was gonna say my favorite American whiskey, but I think at this point we've only done Jack Daniel's. Yeah. But yeah, this is my favorite American whiskey we've done so far on the channel. I think I like it better than Jack Daniel's.
So this is basically, it's a bourbon, so you still have that smokiness to it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
that wood.
Yeah, with bourbon, it's not so much the smoke as it is the wood that you get, and the char of that wood may kind of give it a little bit of smoky type flavor going on. But yeah, it's gonna be that oak note that you're getting a lot. I feel like I got cinnamon on the nose.
I'm pretty sure if it told you, it would tell you that there's probably some cinnamon in it.
Aged for a minimum of 5 years.
Yep.
Smooth and lasting with notes of baking spices and vanilla layered over a bed of toasted oak.
So that's probably the spices that you're...
Yeah. I think vanilla, I mean, okay, I can say that, yeah, I tasted vanilla, but that's like every bourbon. Every bourbon, you're going to get that vanilla hint. And I'm like, should I say I taste vanilla? But I mean, maybe I should, because I mean, it's just, it's a note that's there. So I don't know. I think there's just those notes that when you taste a bourbon, when you taste an Irish, you're just gonna get those in every single one. Mm-hmm. And vanilla is one of them. And I don't think, you know.
And the bottle's nice. Like on the
that's
side,
an amazing bottle.
On the side, I know you're not gonna be able to see it, but there's an embossed Heaven's Door.
Mm-hmm.
And then
here, let me take a little video of it while you're talking about it.
Has that embossed Heaven's Door right there, and then it has their insignia, which is actually a nice insignia.
That's really nice. Oh, and you see Bob Dylan's signature back there?
Oh yeah, and in the front. Wait, oh no, it's on the...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on the inside. That's nice.
Yeah, but no, that is a very nice bottle. And then it's got this on the other side.
Oh.
Just about it. We wanted to create a collection of American whiskeys that in their own way tell a story. So, yeah, I mean, that's really nice. All right, well, thank you for watching. That was our review of Heaven's Door Straight Bourbon Whiskey by Bob Dylan. I totally recommend that. Like, after sitting with it for a little bit, like, I really like that one. So, I recommend it. Do you?
I like it. Yeah. I like it neat, what you would say.
Yeah.
And also on the rocks. They're both really good.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting to try at some point, maybe on the rocks. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this whiskey, and if you like this on the rocks, mixed with Coke, neat, whatever. Tell us how you like to drink it, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.